Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. It is the first ODI between India and New Zealand. New Zealand's tour to India, but the highlight is obviously Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli's return. The Roko Mania is now in Vadodara, and Shomik Chakrabarti is there to give us all the updates. He's been there since the past couple of days, giving us updates on the practice sessions, what the conditions are looking like, and of course, joining us as well is Bharat Ramraj and Devashish Sen. But I'll go over to you first, Shomik. What's it like over there? What is the buzz like? I'm expecting there to be, a flurry of fans because, of course, we all know what happens when Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli step out onto the field.
Yes, Gargi, to start with, Baroda has been hosting a men's international match after a gap of 15 years. So people in this part of the world were starving of men's cricket to start with. And to add to that, there is that Rocomania. I can give you an example. The match starts at 1:30 p.m., right? Our media bus took us to the stadium at 9 a.m. The media bus that we boarded, that was 9 a.m. because the roads would be blocked. And even while coming, it is about 28 to 30 kilometers from the city center. And while coming, I posted the pictures on our platform and the videos also. Fans are coming. Fans are wearing Virat and Rohit shirts. They are coming, and the stadium doesn't have a big capacity. It is 30,000 plus, but you can understand it would be chock a block. Um, Vadodara has a rich cricket culture. It is the place of the Gaikwads. But I mean, it is like, and you got to keep in mind, this is a Sunday first of all, and this is not at the heart of the city. But people are taking the pain, and they are not considering it a pain, and they are doing it with a smile. Um, all said and done, the weather is also pretty cool. The weather is also pretty decent. It is cooler than Bombay. So all combined, the stage is set. The stage is set. The big guns are back. Shubman Gill is also back. Shreyas Iyer is also back. Unfortunately, Rishabh Pant, he picked up an injury, and we are the first to report about his injury along with the picture. But in any case, Rishabh was not going to play. But it is Rocomania. It is Rocomania, and I keep saying this that I don't know what will happen to this format beyond Rocco.
Absolutely. You know what, Shomik, you're better than me because by the way that you're telling us that the bus took you to the stadium at 9 a.m., I would not have woken up. I would not have. I would have said, you know what, I'll come with it. I'll get a cab. I'll come on my own, but I'm not getting up at 9 a.m. to go to the stadium.
But
How
then
many
again,
are you
Gargi,
out?
in that case, you had to walk around 10 kilometers because there is a barricade at 10 to 8 kilometers, and then you walk. So, and now as I am doing the live, I had to go outside the stadium. I have found a place where I can't do the live. So I had to go out, and that is also 1.5 kilometers.
It's always an issue. See, with this internet, the jammers, the security, but 10 kilometers walk sounds a bit excessive.
Maybe 10. I was exaggerating a bit. 5 kilometers
Oh,
at least.
it's good for you, keeps your cardiovascular health up. So that's good. Devashish,
Yeah. 10 kilometers was a bit of gargism.
10 kilometers suddenly becomes 5 kilometers.
Oh no, 10 kilometers was a bit of gargism.
don't put this on me. Why are you putting this on me? Why should I take the blame for this? But no, it's always a problem. I think Shomik, Devashish, and Bharat, we should do a column or we should do an article on the top 5 longest walks that we've done around the stadium. I think Mullapur is definitely one of them because for the internet, you have to go all the way out. Plus, the stadium is outside of the city. The other is, I don't know, you guys can add to it. I
Jamta?
think the
What about
Eden
Jamta?
Gardens press box, the 4 floors that you have to climb, that deserves recognition. I think Vishakhapatnam is also one that I've heard is very, very tough
Yes,
because
it's
you have
on the
to walk a
highway.
lot.
It's on the
Because
highway.
there
And
is
also Jamta,
there
Nagpur.
is There's no lift
Yes,
in Vizag, so everyone has to climb up, climb through the stairs.
but
Exactly.
you don't have to do that after post 2026 IPL because Eden Gardens is having completely, it's having a new look with the clubhouse, a new clubhouse coming up at the opposite end with a media center. There will be a cafe shop. There will be a bar as well because Cricket Association of Bengal has already got a permission from the army to have a bar. It will be a resto pub. So, and it will be a sky deck much like the Adelaide Oval, it will have a sky deck. So it's transforming, and the capacity will be 80,000, not what it is now 68,000. It will be 80,000. So in fact,
Wow.
two blocks are coming down after the 2026 IPL, and and totally the renovated three-tier gallery will come up with a clubhouse at the opposite end. So not much of complaint for the media. Means obviously they don't have to climb the stairs. They will have a complete media center opposite to the clubhouse. So let's see. Means obviously the work will be started after the 2026 IPL.
Oh, I had no idea about this, but this sounds great. I can't wait to see how it all pans out. But Bharat, coming back to the cricket a little bit, we after this question we will have a complete discussion on Shubman Gill's press conference yesterday because we all thought, and I think this we are in consensus when we say that he answered a lot of questions very maturely, especially about his T20 World Cup squad omission. But Bharat, coming back to Rohit and Kohli, another important series for them. You're not seeing a lot of ODI matches or series leading up to the World Cup, but so every series is really a test for them to come back to game time, to come back to rhythm. What are your thoughts?
See the kind of records that Rohit Sharma have and Virat Kohli have. Not very sure the need to keep playing one-day cricket or list-day cricket. I'm just looking at it from that perspective. One guy has 50 odd ODI hundreds. The other guy also averages in high 40s, a lot of hundreds, 30 odd hundreds. So I'm not very sure they need a lot of ODI cricket because the kind of cricket they play in that particular format. Having said that, you wouldn't want any player to be rusty. If you miss cricket for 4, 5, 6 months, then even if you're a great player, it could be really tough to make a comeback. So yeah, not just from their perspective, or it is also from the fans' perspective. At present, ODI cricket, 50-over cricket among the three formats, maybe has there's least amount of spotlight on ODI cricket now. If you look at the other two formats, but having said that, from fans' perspective, it is great that Kohli and Rohit are still playing in this particular version of the game because that is where the fans get to see both Kohli and Rohit Sharma. So at least from even from 50-over cricket perspective point of view, that's great because I'm not very sure what kind of excitement level would be there once Kohli and Rohit retire, even from this format, maybe in a couple of years' time in 50-over cricket. So yeah, if you look at it from different angles, it is great to see that these two are still playing ODIs. Although I just need to add the fact that if you look at the New Zealand team, the kind of team that they have sent, second string side, it tells you more about where the ODI format is at present because it definitely has the least amount of spotlight among the three formats at present.
Now, coming back to the Shubman Gill press conference that we heard yesterday, he's making a comeback after that injury that he sustained in that South Africa tour. Very first test match, very first innings, and he's out for the entire tour. Not the T20Is. No, sorry, he was out of the T20Is as well. But coming back as the captain of the Indian ODI team, Shomik, you were there at the press conference yesterday. Tell us about the things that he's spoken about, especially regarding the T20 World Cup and his omission from the squad. And what was how was he reacting to everything? Because from what I've seen on social media, everyone is praising Gill for the way he handled.
Exactly, and I wrote that. I said that on our live 5 at 5 live yesterday also. He was class. The way, and you have to keep in mind that he is just 26 years old. He might be India's Test captain and ODI captain, but still he is a young guy. The way I mean, it was remarkable equanimity. First of all, he said, um, I respect the decision of the selectors, and I wish all the best to our team. and I hope they will win the World Cup for all of us. Brilliant, huge class. And he said, "See what I have been achieving through my merit. No, but no one can take that away from me. But yes, uh, I have to be in the present. I have to live by the moment. If I start thinking about what happened in the past or what is going to be in the future, then I will jumble up my present. So I don't want to do that. I am here as the captain. I am here as as one of the batsmen of the team, and I have to contribute. And my focus will be on that. This is one thing. Another couple of things he mentioned, one is very, very important, and that is not related to ODI cricket or T20 cricket, but Test cricket. And hardeningly, this is T20 cricket is the flavor of the season. These ODIs aside, you will have five T20Is after this, followed by the T20 World Cup. But BCCI and the skipper, the team management, haven't put Test cricket on the back burner. They are still thinking about Test cricket. Shubman said, I have put forward a couple of suggestions. One is about the preparation time. Because if you don't prepare well, you won't be able to win Test matches. Simple as that. They were playing in Australia, and the turnaround time was less than 4 days when they started playing the Test series against South Africa. You can't win a Test series that way. So that part, he has given his suggestions to the BCCI. Gautam Gambhir also spoke about it in Guwahati. Devashish was there also. He said we have to prioritize Test cricket, and he criticized the planning part. All combined, we know BCCI had a meeting with VVS Lakshman, but that, according to Mr. Devajit Saikia, the secretary, that was related to junior cricket supply line, center of excellence, stuff like that. But BCCI also is thinking about Test cricket, which is very heartening. And number three, he was asked about Sanjay Manjrekar. Sort of, I didn't read Sanjay Manjrekar's comment, but what I got, that Sanjay Manjrekar probably said Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are playing in the ODIs because it is the easiest format to play. Now, first of all, Sanjay Manjrekar is entitled to his opinion. Sanjay Manjrekar is a former India player. He is entitled to his opinion, as is Shubman Gill. Shubman said, I don't think so. It is the easiest format because if that was the case, then India still haven't won a World Cup, 50 over World Cup since 2011. Then India would have won every alternate World Cup. So that is one thing, and you have to be the equal amount of resilience is needed when you are playing for your national team across formats. Shubman handled that question also very well.
I think there are a lot of news points here, talking points here as well. Especially if you talk about the last point that Shubman Gill answered, that ODI is definitely not the easiest format. No format is easy. No sport is easy. First of all, but in the modern time of cricket, I think younger players or the younger generation of cricketers have gotten hold of T20 cricket because it's just played so much, so many leagues, so many domestic tournaments as well. There's a lot of attention on T20 cricket, and then you have specialists for tests. But ODI somewhere gets, it gets difficult to understand or grasp the pace of ODI cricket, which is where I think a lot of batters also struggle with. But Debashish, coming back to Shubman Gill, again, a lot of maturity, and we have seen this from Shubman Gill from the very beginning. I think in that first tour in England as the captain, as the India Test captain, we were part of a lot of press conferences, every press conference to be precise. And he spoke very, very maturely. He has a very calm head on his shoulders. And I think one of the biggest positives is that one, him asking for that preparation time. We have spoken about this multiple times throughout the past couple of years, that because of the busy schedule of the team, acclimatization is something that players still struggle with, and there's just not enough time. The rollover time between IPL, other leagues, and then a test series is very difficult to go to a different country and acclimatize. And Shubman Gill making that point about having a 15-day camp ahead of every test series raises a very, very valid point. And the fact that Test cricket is has not been dismissed. They are still taking it as a priority.
Yeah, that is what it should be. When it comes to Test cricket, that should always be the priority. And as a captain means, and the coach and the captain now has it reiterated the point that Test cricket is should be the priority. But the fact that with a cramped schedule means, is it will the players get an opportunity to attend the camp? Yes, there will be a case where three or four are specialist players who only plays one format, or say, even for that matter, it might not be the case for all, means to attend a 15-day camp because of the cramped schedule. But I also want to just add some light on that debate about Sanjay Manjrekar coming and talking about Rohit Sharma and Shreyas and Virat Kohli having the easiest way in one day cricket. Uh, See, as captain, Shubman Gill should have avoided that, taking that. He is not bound to answer every AX player if he makes a comment. See, there will be he as a captain, he is not bound to give explanation or comment as to what ex players are commenting on so and so players. As a captain, he knows what his team is all about. He is the best judge. He and Gautam Gambhir and Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma are performing. There is no two ways about it that these two players have been performing and they have done well. And give me one example where other players have overshadowed Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma in the last 11 months, 12 months or rather. So I think the Shubman Gill as a captain should have, obviously he can smartly avoided that answering that question. He is not bound to answer what each and every ex-cricketer makes a comment about Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. But at the same time, it's good on him that he has suggested a plan so as to prioritize Test cricket. Remember, India before this New Zealand series has a break for almost 22 days. So they are in fact playing this ODI series after a break of 22 days. That's a healthy break to get, and so they will be. But when will you see an Indian team, particular? I'm not talking about other teams in the world cricket, but Indian team. Now they will be on road from this New Zealand series, and after the New Zealand series is the T20 World Cup, followed by the IPL. Then they will go to Sri Lanka. So where will you get that time, that 15 days window for a camp? That is something that BCCI needs to prioritize. So BCCI needs to chalk out a schedule so as to accommodate the players to attend the camp, so as to prepare for the test matches. But yeah, all said and done means it is about planning, Gargi.
Absolutely. And a final question on Shubman Gill before we move on to the next set of topics. Bharat, it is time for Shubman Gill to come back among runs because we know that he's been struggling. We know that he's been struggling to make some big impact innings in Test cricket. We've seen him do very, very well. But when it comes to white ball cricket, Shubman Gill still has a lot to prove.
Yeah, you can say that in T20 cricket, but I'm not very sure one can say that about Gill's performances in ODI cricket because, as you know, he averages 57 in this format and has a strike rate of over 99. Yes, I understand that he struggled in a couple of games in Australia, but the ball moved around quite a bit there in Australia in the ODI series. And we have seen over the last some years that white ball has moved around quite a bit in Australia in ODI cricket. So, not sure we can take that into the equation. So in ODI cricket is absolutely fine. But having said that, when you struggle over some games like Gill has done in the T20 format, it can spill over to the other formats because you're not among the runs for a while in other formats, and you tend to feel maybe just little bit rusty. He was injured as well, so he would definitely feel a little bit rusty because he's not been among the runs, although it's more so the case in some other formats. So from that perspective, from that point of view, yes, Gill would want to get back among the runs in this series, and he has a good chance as well because, as I noted, this is very much an inexperienced New Zealand ODI squad. Most of the players have hardly played 10 ODIs. So he has a good chance here to get back among the runs. But in this format, you definitely back someone like Shubman Gill, even if it is against a stronger side, to be among the runs because he's very, very, very good in this format. He understands the pace of ODI cricket. He understands the tempo of ODI cricket, how to build an innings, how to construct an innings. So I very much back him to be among the runs in this series.
Shomik, now coming back to actually, let's take some comments before I start the next topic. Voices stick. I have no idea what this is. Hello, everyone. My question is, what should be Ishan's roadmap to become a contender of ODI World Cup 2027? Because it seems management is looking for Pant, KL, and Jurel as World Cup contenders, and Ishan is nowhere now. Shomik?
The roadmap for Ishan Kishan is to keep playing domestic cricket, and this is the precise reason why he has been picked as Rishabh Pant's replacement. Because see, Dhruv Jurel is coming. It is not like Tilak Verma. Tilak Verma is ruled out of the first three ODI of the first three T20Is, but you don't need a replacement because you have a replacement there in Ishan Kishan who will bat at number three. But it is Rishabh Pant is a wicket keeper, although a backup wicket keeper. So you cannot go into a series with just one wicket keeper. You need a backup, and that's why they have picked a replacement for Rishabh Pant, which is Dhruv Jurel. Now, he is firmly on the selectors' radar. That's why Ishan Kishan hasn't been picked. The selectors want Ishan Kishan to play VI Hazare Trophy. If you are coming here, if you are part of the Indian team, he would have been sitting out without any game time. Dhruv Jurel, KL Rahul is the first choice. He will play all three ODIs. Dhruv Jurel will be the backup. Unless there is a fitness issue with KL Rahul, Dhruv Jurel will not get a game. Now, Ishan Kishan, I mean, it's a very, very smart call from Ajit Agarkar and company. Because Ishan Kishan, the knockout rounds of the Vijay Hazare Trophy is coming up. So Ishan Kishan will be there. He will be playing. And the more you play, and you have to keep in mind that Ishan Kishan is making his way back to the Indian team fold after a gap of 2 years. So it's not easy. T20I, he will play. Now, one day cricket, he needs to get into the group. And that game time, the selectors have smartly, by naming Dhruv Jurel as Rishabh Pant's replacement, they have taken a very smart call. Ishan Kishan will have the necessary game time.
Okay, more questions. Krishnendu is Rev Sports PR of Gill. You know what? Sure. Fitmonk is saying fitness levels of Virat Kohli, even in his late 30s, is something to admire. Peak aesthetics of a professional sports person. Devashish, absolutely. You know what? If Virat Kohli hadn't retired from Test cricket, I would have said that he even had a place in the England series in the Anderson Tendulkar Trophy squad as well. But unfortunately, that retirement came a little early. But when we talk about fitness, you can see the difference of fitness in him versus younger players as well. Because if you see them, Virat's already going for a second run, and the other batter has barely touched the non-strikers end. So that's the kind of fitness that we're seeing from Virat Kohli. What are your thoughts about the kind of dedication that we're seeing every single time practice session? He comes in early and gets on with his work.
Yeah, absolutely. As has been reported by Shomikda, and he has been reporting that Virat Kohli, and in fact, Virat Kohli has been in Vadodara for the last 3 days, if I'm not wrong. Means he was the first to reach Vadodara, and he went, and straight away the other day he went. He along with KL Rahul and Yashasvi Jaiswal were in the nets, and then the following day they batted. He and Rohit Sharma batted for almost 1.5 hours. That itself shows that their energy level, and you could, and one video that has gone viral was him imitating Arshdeep Singh. Means that is one thing that you can talk about Virat, that he is enjoying at his best. Means he is making fun, cracking jokes in the practice session, keeping it lively, and egging the youngsters. That is what you want from a senior player like Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. And he is a bundle of energy, and he seems to be enjoying this run. Means of late in last 1 year or so. Means starting from the Australia series to the South Africa series, where he was a top scorer, to the Wicketkeeper Trophy, 200 back-to-backs. So clearly, and it has always been about fitness. Means ever since he took over as the Indian captain, his primary focus has been to be a top fit team. Means obviously, and he has always laid a lot of emphasis on the fitness. So I'm not surprised with the way, with the amount of fitness and he's looking a lot fitter. And I'm a bit surprised to see Rohit Sharma. Means obviously Virat, we all know he has always been set set the benches, but when it comes to Rohit, he has gone a lot leaner. I mean, something that when Rohit made his international, when he first came into international cricket, he was like that. And he is even looking a lot leaner than what when he made his entry into international cricket. So at that two, those two, I think that not only they are scoring runs, but also they are looking very fit and also focusing on their fitness. And that is one thing that the selectors or the captain or the team management need to think about before taking a call about them, because definitely with this kind of fitness, and if they score runs, nowhere in the world can you see them away from that 2027 World Cup.
Yes, Shamik.
See, Gargi, my 2 cents to this, as regards Virat Kohli's fitness, he has internalized the fitness routine. It is not like for others, it's part of the process. Virat Kohli has internalized the process. It is like when we wake up in the morning, we brush our teeth, and then we have our morning tea and morning coffee, stuff like that. Then we have our breakfast, and then we get ready for office. It is like that only. He has internalized his fitness routine. So it is not like he is doing something extra. It is not like for Rohit Sharma, for example, he had to put in the hard yards. And what? And salute to him. He did that at 38 years of age to become lot leaner, like the Vashit mentioned, lot leaner, shedding kilos. But Virat Kohli, it has been internalized. There are other players like Ravindra Jadeja. Ravindra Jadeja's fitness, it's natural. Maybe it's genetic. Muhammad Azharuddin was like that. Back in those days, you barely had those fitness trainers, stuff like that, modern facilities. But Muhammad Azharuddin fitness, my God! I mean, in the 80s, and he was like electric. That was natural. Ravindra Jadeja, that fitness is natural. In Virat Kohli, that fitness is not natural, but he has internalized the process. So, I mean, he doesn't even think about fitness uh, um, in as part of his preparations. So that is the difference between Virat and the rest.
Absolutely. More questions here. Let's see. Web of Taragi saying sometimes you have to feel bad for Jurel. The only chance for him to play is when Pant gets injured. Bad way for getting in, but that's how destiny plays. But the good thing here is Bharat, whenever Dhruv Jurel has found a place in the team, in the playing 11, he has grabbed that opportunity with both hands. But your thoughts on this comment?
See, first of all, India's white ball, if you look at India's white ball cricket, then there is a lot of competition for places. So you don't expect everyone to get a lot of chances because a lot of players are definitely in the fray. You look at someone like Rutraj Gaikwad, if you look at his game, the way he plays listed cricket, even right from the days of 2018 for Maharashtra, he looked like a genuinely good listed player. But what has happened to him? Unfortunately, he doesn't get too many opportunities because there is so much competition for places. The injured players are back now, and he is out of the reckoning again. So that is the same thing goes for Jurel as well. Yes, in Test cricket, he has kind of grabbed his opportunities on occasions, though in T20Is he's yet to do it. Hopefully, in ODI cricket, when he gets an opportunity, he will be able to score some runs. But having said that, I don't think he will get too many opportunities at present in ODI cricket unless they really want to rest KL Rahul as a wicketkeeper batter. But even KL Rahul would want to play ODI cricket because he knows that even if he misses one game and Jurel comes in and scores 100, then definitely there would be, I won't say any pressure on KL Rahul because he's been doing consistently well in ODI cricket, but at least he would start thinking that yes, a player came in my place and scored 100. Maybe you'll feel a little bit insecure. So I think Jurel also has to wait for his opportunity, even if India are going to win this ODI series, which I expect to, against the second string New Zealand side. KL Rahul would want to play all three matches. So, unfortunately for Jurel, he also, just like Pant, has to wait for his one opportunity. Hopefully, somewhere down the line, when India also pick a second string side against another team, then the likes of Jurel and Rishabh Pant will get their opportunities.
Moving on to the next topic, of course, Rishabh Pant and his injury. It's a very unfortunate, you know, uh, unfortunate number of injuries that Rishabh Pant has been sustaining since he came back to international cricket after his car accident. If we talk about the finger injury that he sustained in England, and after that, of course, the foot that he broke in Manchester at the Old Trafford, and then after that, now this. So quite unfortunate, and we were talking about ahead of this series that how the management and Shubman Gill and the head coach are aligned on the fact that they will not drop Rishabh Pant out of the squad without giving him enough game time. And this was his time to perform. This was his time to shine. But unfortunately, another injury prevails. Shomik, what are your thoughts?
See, if even if Rishabh Pant were fit, you are not going to get a game here. As far as what ODI cricket is concerned, his position is that of a reserve goalkeeper in a football team. In a top football team, the reserve goalkeeper, no matter how good he is, unless the first choice is injured or missing or absent for any reason, he is not getting the game. So Rishabh Pant's position is like that. KL Rahul is first choice as far as 50 over is concerned, and as long as he is fit and he is available, he will play. Rishabh Pant will be there as a backup, and that he will have to get adjusted to. Maybe uh, in a day driver, they would try, the team management might be trying Rishabh Pant, but uh, even in this series, I don't think Rishabh Pant were getting a game. So it's not that, but then again, being part of the process, being part of the dressing room is one thing, and not being part of the dressing room, you're completely out of the dressing room. Just, uh, due to an injury, that is very unfortunate. And I can tell you, at that picture, that was Rev Sports exclusive. I put out the picture, and Rev Sports first reported about his injury. Before that, the way he was batting at the nets, it was fantastic. The way he was hitting the ball, and then while taking the throwdowns, that injury happened. Um, what I'm hearing, it's a muscle tear. Let's see what happens, because Rishabh Pant, in any case, India's next test assignment is in August. So we have 7, 8 months left. Before that, there in England in July, I guess, June or July, there is the 50 over series, which is also 6 months away. So he will have enough time to recover.
Debashish, your thoughts on Rishabh Pant?
Obviously, I think he needs to score runs, means so as to means knock down. Means obviously he is very much part of that one day squad more because he has not gotten a single opportunity in 2025. I mean, this is my view. I reckon because he has hardly got an opportunity to play in 2025. That might be the reason that the selectors have stuck with him. And had he got an opportunity and had he failed, then selectors definitely with the amount of competition with someone like a Dhruv Jurel who has been in tremendous form, means 558 runs in 7 matches, scoring 200s. Means how can you leave someone like a Dhruv Jurel? So I think I don't agree with some of my senior colleagues, but I think Rishabh Pant, the fact that he has not got an opportunity in 2025, he has been persistent with. But definitely, if he keeps bringing, even in the domestic cricket, he hasn't done exceedingly well so as to demand a chance, means merit a chance, means 212 runs in 6 matches at an average of 42 with only 250s. Means there are players who have scored, someone like the Dhruv Jurel, someone like a Ishan Kishan, who has done, and you also have a Sanju Samson, means who is definitely not in the reckoning, but there are keeper batters who have done well. So I think for Rishabh Pant, it is more about scoring runs with every opportunity. And you could look at his reaction yesterday after he got hit. He was literally shattered. Means obviously he knew that when something has gone wrong, because he also was looking forward to getting one at least an opportunity in this series. So now, as Shomikda said, that the next series that India plays is against England in June. So I think that's a long wait for him. Ideally, for Rishabh Pant, yes, as long as he is not getting an opportunity, selectors will pick him as the second wicketkeeper batter. But every opportunity he has to score runs, because then there will be talks that someone like a Dhruv Jurel, it won't, it is not, it will be unfair on Dhruv Jurel's part as well, who has scored runs, who has performed. And despite that, he will be the second wicketkeeper. So I think it's more about encashing the opportunity for Rishabh Pant.
Okay, there's a super chat here. God always gives justice. Welcome back, Dhruv Jurel. But don't think Dhruv Jurel will still get a chance in this playing 11. Bharat, your thoughts? I think I asked you about Dhruv Jurel, so let's take some other comment here. Tushar Deshpande got 18 wickets. This Ashes? Tushar Deshpande was playing the
Ghost
Ashes.
turn. Ghost turn.
I think lookalike, is that the no, I don't understand this joke.
Leave it.
Huh?
Anyway, leave it.
Okay, okay. All right. Let's see some other comments. Pant injured नहीं होता तो भी playing 11 में नहीं होता. Jurel fit है तो भी playing 11 में नहीं होगा. Confusion ही confusion. That's Indian cricket for you. That's not confusion. It's just the fact that you have a settled playing 11 with KL Rahul there, keeping the wickets and performing well, letting the bat do the talking. How will Rishabh Pant and Dhruv Jurel find a place? KL Rahul is not giving you a reason to drop him from the playing 11. So how will Pant and Jurel find a place in the team? So it's just riches of Indian cricket, as we've termed it, a good headache to have. Okay. Can anyone provide ground dimensions? I'll come back to the conditions on of Vadodara with Shomik, but if okay, Ishmeet Singh is saying Rishabh Pant does not even deserve Ranji Trophy. He is behind now. Connections won't work. Don't think this is about connections, but Bharat, there has been a lot of backlash when it comes to Rishabh Pant finding a place in white ball cricket. What are your thoughts about this ODI squad, him finding a place in the squad in this series as well? But we all know, we all got the clarification from Shubman Gill and the rest of the management as well. But your thoughts on this?
See, there are two ways to look at it. One is I think he has played only one ODI in the last couple of years or whatever it is. Yes, I understand one of the key reasons is because of the tragic accident. Still, he has not got the opportunities to showcase his wares in ODI cricket. Having said that, there are problems with his batting, something that I have noted quite a few times, like a broken tape recorder. That is basically someone I think is much better in Test cricket because of the fact that the fields are not spread. That is when he's able to score a lot of boundaries. Having said that, if you notice, the Australians had an in and out field for him in the Border Gavaskar Trophy, and he started to get out caught in the deep. And it happened in the South Africa India series as well. They also had an in and out field. So people are kind of working out Rishabh Pant in Test cricket as well. So he has to be a little bit cautious there. But coming back to ODI cricket, or limited overs cricket, the plan against Rishabh Pant is quite simple. If you're a pace bowler, you bowl over the wickets, angle it away from left-handed Rishabh Pant, and have fielders, set fielders, maybe at third man, at deep cover, this kind of fields, and ensure that doesn't score those boundaries. So somewhere he has to maybe branch out his game on the offside. That's the other way to look at it. So I can understand some of the criticism against Rishabh Pant. But as I know, observed, he has only played one ODI in the last 2 3 years. So when that has happened, it's a little bit harsh to go after Pant because he's not got the opportunity to showcase his wares. Yes, actually, we watched him in the center of excellence on a tricky surface. He got 70 of 80 balls on those lines. I won't say he looked at his absolute best. Yes, the plan again was simple: have a spread out field, and then you would kind of struggle a little bit to get those boundaries away. That's what exactly happened. But he still played reasonably well on a pitch that was not so easy for batting. So yeah, I think he can definitely play ODI cricket, limited cricket, but I think he needs to branch out his game a little bit, especially through the offside. Otherwise, he will go down in the pecking order even more in the years to come.
Yes, Shomik.
Gargi, I want to take this question head on. This viewer says that Rishabh Pant doesn't even deserve to be in the Ranji team. So my counter question to him: then who deserves to keep wickets for Delhi? Puneet Bist. Give me the answer. So you want Puneet Bist to keep for Delhi, not Rishabh Pant, right? So if that is the case, I have serious doubts as far as your cricket knowledge is concerned. Unfortunately, I mean, I didn't want to say this, but you are effectively saying that Puneet Bist should keep wickets for Delhi because Rishabh Pant doesn't deserve to be there. And as far as Rishabh Pant is concerned, Gargi, I think the immediate challenge for him is to play for Delhi and help Delhi win the Ranji Trophy because Delhi haven't won the Ranji Trophy for a long time. And trust me, it is almost like winning a game for India. It is almost like winning an international match for India, international tournament for India. I have seen Dilip Vengsarkar, no less, breaking down in tears after losing a Ranji Trophy final against Kapil Dev's Haryana by 2 or 3 runs, by 1 or 2 runs. Sachin Tendulkar and Dilip Vengsarkar had a fabulous partnership in that game, but still they narrowly failed to get over the line. And Dilip Vengsarkar, no less, Dilip Vengsarkar, he broke down in tears. So that is Ranji Trophy. That Ranji Trophy can do for you. So if Rishabh Pant, I mean, leads Delhi from the front. The second phase of the group league matches are still, I don't know for how long he would be sidelined for this injury. After coming back, he if he if he totally focuses on the Ranji Trophy and helps Delhi um, win the title, win the Ranji Trophy, that would be fabulous. And I think that could be that that would give him enough confidence to the follow period he has been going through. That can give that confidence to do brilliantly again in on international scenes as well.
All right, Shomik, while you're at it, please tell us about the conditions in Vadodara. It seems like a flat deck. I think a lot of runs are going to be scored on it. But your thoughts from, I've only seen the images, so I might be wrong.
Yeah, no, Gargi. I mean, the way from a distance, it looks like a builder. Um, you you are never too sure unless the first ball is bowled or unless the first over is bowled how a pitch will behave. But apparently, it looks like a builder, and it it is going to be a high scoring contest, despite the fact there is a there is a gulf. I will not say a gulf, but there is. I mean, India are superior given that New Zealand have come here with an experimental squad. Youngsters have plenty. There are players who have played just 2, 3, 5, 6 ODI matches. They are not that experienced, and India have been on a roll in white ball cricket. They ooze class. All said and done, I expect this one to be a high scoring game. Although the stadium can accommodate just a little more than 30,000 spectators, the outfield is bigger than a lot of venues. The outfield is bigger than a lot of venues. A cool breeze is blowing, the weather is pleasant. It is not as chilly as Delhi, obviously. It is not even as chilly as Calcutta, which Devashish will attest, because I heard that this winter mercury dropped to 9 degrees even in Calcutta, which is rare. Usually 11, 12 it happens, but 9 degrees after a long, long time. So, and this is the best time to be in Calcutta. This from November to February, early February. This is the best time. Park Street, Theatre Road, everything, that area, brilliant. But here also, it is cooler than Bombay. Nice breezes, cool breezes blowing. So the condition is beautiful. The condition is beautiful. The stage is set. Let's see if Rohit or Kohli scores 100. That would be a double whammy.
If Rohit and Kohli can do what they did in the last series that they played against South Africa, then it's a completely pesa vasool game for the fans because we all know why they're there. And which leads me to my next discussion of a topic of discussion, which is of course, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli and the relevance that they're bringing to this ODI series. Otherwise, really, if you look at it, only less than 30 days later, we're going to see the T20 World Cup happening at home. So this series doesn't really have as much relevance in context to a World Cup, which is a year and a half away. But because a Rohit Sharma and a Virat Kohli is there, people are, filling the stadiums to the brim. Bharat, when we talk about the brand power, when we talk about the relevance of ODIs, which is already struggling because it is somewhere stuck between the drama and the history of Test cricket versus the entertainment of T20 cricket. But Rohit and Kohli are keeping the format alive.
Yeah, just look at the New Zealand ODI squad itself to understand the point, to gauge the points, because they have sent a second string side. The kind of cricketers, maybe I will know some of them, but definitely a lot of fans won't know who is this particular player. John Lennox, Nick Kelly, they have sent Clarkson, there is Christian Clark, there is Aditya Ashok, that leg spinner. Then Michael Reeves, useful seam bowler. Obviously, they have sent very much a second string side here. Even Rachin Ravindra and Jacob Duffy are missing because they have been rested. Kane Williamson is playing in SAT20. Few of them obviously are injured. They're returning from injuries, slowly making a return from injuries, respective injuries. Mitchell Sandner, then Matt Henry himself, Will O'Rourke, but still very much a second string side. That tells you this format is very much struggling. Having said that, as you noted, with Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli around, at least tickets will sell, not just in India and other countries as well. As we noted, when India went over to Australia and Sydney, it seemed as if, at least as an outsider, I was sitting here and watching. But I basically observed maybe 90-95% of the fans were Indians who had thronged the stadium, who had come, who had made a beeline entry to the stadium. That tells you the crowd pulling aspect of factor about Kohli and Rohit Sharma, the kind of crowd that they bring in because of their star power. So yes, until they are playing ODI cricket, I think ODI cricket will be reasonably strong. But after that, I'm not too sure what will happen to it. Yes, there will be a 2031 World Cup. That is what I understand. But still, bilateral series will definitely struggle. I don't know what is the solution for it, because I think ODI cricket is on a downward spiral, perennial downward spiral. I don't think it will come back to its glory days of 90s and 2000s, unfortunately.
Devashish, this morning I opened Twitter and one of the first tweets that I saw was Rohit Sharma, and this is what it said: Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli retiring from Test cricket and T20 cricket was the best thing that could have happened for ODIs as a format. This is what I read, because they bring back the relevance to ODI cricket, makes it that much more exclusive for the Indian fans. Your thoughts on what they're doing for the format right now?
Yeah, absolutely. And whoever has tweeted has been spot on. Means obviously, automatically this is kind of an inconsequential series. Means I was hearing that press conference of Will Young. Shomikda was attending that. Means he clearly said that this is an inconsequential series, but they look up to Virat Kohli, and in fact, most of these New Zealand players look up to a Virat Kohli and a Rohit Sharma when it comes to ODI format. When given their contributions to this format, means it has been immense. Means both averages has healthy averages, and leave aside the runs they scored. And a few days back, Virat Kohli completed 16,000 listed runs. So that is incredible. So I think clearly, means had they not played, I also second Bharat's opinion. Had they not played, means that would be what would be the future of one-day cricket. Means obviously it is a bit concerning, because see, there will be players who will become superstars in Indian cricket, because the game cannot stop. Game doesn't stop with a player comes in, player goes out. There will be another superstar who will come up, someone like a Shubman Gill or a Yashasvi Jaiswal or a Shreyas Iyer. But for now, for the moment, we have to live in the moment. As Mahendra Singh Dhoni always says, that live in the moment. And so at the moment, it is Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma who is bringing a lot of popularity to this format, means which otherwise there is no relevance, means with Test cricket, World Test Championship cycle, and also the T20 World Cup. What is the relevance of a T20 series? So I think whoever has tweeted is spot on, Gargi.
Absolutely. Ishmeet Singh is saying today we will all celebrate 100 of Roko. See, this is what it's about. It all comes back to Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. But Shomik, if I were to ask you, where do you see the future of ODI cricket headed? Does it look bright to you at this moment?
Beyond Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, Gargi, and I have said this many times, beyond Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, I am doubtful because ODI cricket is facing steep challenge from T20 cricket, and going ahead, this challenge will be steeper because you have to keep in mind that 2028 LA Olympics cricket is part of 2028 LA Olympics in a T20 format. Now the market will open. You never know if China becomes interested. China is the second biggest sports market in the world, and USA is the biggest sports market in the world. USA have been playing T20 cricket already. Last T20 World Cup they even beat Pakistan. So although the teams are the team is basically made of South Asian expats, but if China, and I said this before on our show, and I am reiterating, when Mr. Srinivasan was the BCCI president and he was the ICC president, there was an ICC meeting when China is one of the associates, ICC associate members, and the representative from China asked, told rather, Mr. Srinivasan that see, we are interested in cricket, but will T20 cricket be your main product? I'm talking about it's still 10, 12 years ago, and uh, the proliferation of T20 cricket was yet to happen. And Mr. Srinivasan said, no, it is not the main product. It is one of the products, but it is not the main product. Test cricket will continue to be the main product. And then the Chinese representative said that we are not interested in that case. Now, cricket is going to be an Olympic sport in T20 format. If the new market opens, what will happen? Test cricket will always be there. That's the classical format. Test cricket, where over the last 150 years, many of people have written the obituary of Test cricket at least at infinite number of times. But Test cricket is still there, and Test cricket will be there. Now, one day cricket is sandwiched in between. Unless one day cricket beyond Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli is changing itself, it could be like Sachin Tendulkar's suggestions of 25 innings each. I mean, split over 2 innings. Whatever innovation, in its current form, beyond Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, I don't see a future of ODI.
That's a worrying sign, but at the same time, we will have to wait and watch to see what happens. Maybe a new star comes up who is able to sort of get the crowds going. But there is a comment along the same lines from Fitmonk. He's saying, Bharat sir, why are we assuming that in future we won't get stars like Roko? Guys like Gill, Jaiswal, Pant, many more are there to keep forward the legacy of ODIs. Your thoughts?
I didn't. I don't think I said we won't get future stars like Kohli and Rohit Sharma. That was not my point. Whatever stars that you get, the simple point is ODI cricket is not offering much different to T20 cricket, in the sense that what the spectators want. For example, the attention spans are getting much lesser nowadays. Even if you look at Instagram, how many minutes someone would spend on even maybe video, or they might spend a few seconds on a reel. That's all they do. So attention spans are getting lesser. And if you look at Test cricket, it has a lot of history. It has a lot of legacy over 149 years. So somehow the ICC will keep the flag flying for Test cricket, at least in a few nations. T20 cricket will definitely be there because it is the one that offers you entertainment. That's what spectators want. But what else is ODI cricket offering? That's where the problem is for ODI cricket, because if you look at how the format is played, it's basically very much defensive. You look at very much defensive bowling from the start. The fields are spread. After 15, 20 overs, you get a lot of singles and twos. So those 20 overs, basically, a lot of fans might get bored. I'm not looking at it from my perspective. I'm looking at it from the fans' perspective, that as to why ODI cricket is losing its glory. So that's basically simple, that it's not offering a great deal to the fans, and that is why it's a struggling format. If you look at, I think that was last year or maybe 2 years ago when Pakistan took on Australia in a ODI series. I saw that at the main centers there were less than 10,000 fans. There must be only 7,000, 8,000 fans out of 40,000 seating capacity, and out of the 7,000, 8,000 fans, I would even argue that at least half of them must be Pakistanis. So that tells you that it's struggling in a lot of countries. Same thing happened when England played in ODI series of the T20 World Cup in 2022. There must have been less than 5,000 fans in a seating capacity of 1 lakh at the MCG. So, and here we are thinking of a country where in the 90s, I remember in ODI cricket, when the Watwins or the Gilchrists or the Pontings of the world, or in 2000s, Haydens of the world were playing, you used to get packed stadiums. So, the evidence is very much in front of you as to why ODI cricket is struggling in a lot of countries. And in India as well, who knows, it might struggle a little bit once Rohit Sharma and Kohli just leave this format or retire from international cricket. So that is how it is, because ODI cricket is not able to sell its product or its service to the fans at present. And I don't think what is exactly the solution for it, for this in between format.
Fitmonk here is saying the World Test Championship has made Test cricket even more exciting as teams are fighting hard for points. Very clever move from ICC. Absolutely. But in the next 4 5 minutes, we will understand what happens with the toss. We'll get the toss result and, of course, the teams as well. But Devashish, New Zealand coming in with a sort of a second string attack here. A lot of people also saying that they will roll right over. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, obviously the focus has been all the most of the teams. The focus is now on T20 cricket with the World Cup coming up. But talking about New Zealand means, and they have some very talented players in that lineup. Means someone like Michael Ray, who is a very tall fast bowler, or someone like a Christian Clark, who New Zealand cricket has made it clear that he is going to make his debut. So and there's also that Aditya Ashok, who is a Chennai born, means from where he comes from Vellore, leg spinner. So and Jaden Lennox, what Bharat mentioned about him, he's like for like replacement for Mitch Smith Santner. So there are a few players. And it will be a biggest test for them. Means to be playing in India, it can't get better to be playing in India than in other parts. Means they will get to the conditions, the crowd, because hardly they get to play in packed houses. And someone like a Michael Ray or a Christian Clark, when they get out in the middle and they suddenly see a packed house at the BCS Kitambi Stadium. So, and that itself will be a huge learning experience. But and it's a good mix of youth and experience, I would say, when it comes to this New Zealand side, because they have a Michael Bracewell and Will Young and Daryl Mitchell, and Glenn Phillips. So I think, yes, it will be tough. Obviously, South Africa did put up a good show, but India at their own backyard and kind of form Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, and now they have a Shreyas Iyer to handle. So I think it will be very tough for them. So let's see. One would hope that they put up a good fight.
Absolutely. Let's see if there are more questions before we get to see the toss. Okay, I think Krishnendu is talking about Rishabh Pant. He's saying if other teams are all out under 200 in Vijay Hazare, then how does our number 5 batter score hundreds? Logically, baat karo yaar. In other hand, he has played just one game in 3.5 years. Is it the parameter to judge a player? Obviously not, and that's what Shubman Gill and the management have also spoken about, that it's not right to drop right to drop Rishabh Pant before he even gets any game time. He needs to prove himself before they can find a reason to drop him from the squad. Okay, CSK is confused, Samson or Rutu, who will lead CSK? We will find out soon enough, I guess. More
No,
questions.
no,
Why are we
no, 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 Gargi. There is no confusion.
what?
Absolutely
No
no
confusion.
confusion. Rituraj Gaikwad is CSK captain. Simple. End of story.
There you
Sanju
have it.
Samson is not going to lead. Rituraj Gaikwad is CSK captain. That's done and dusted.
All right, no confusion then at all. Anit Sadhu is saying, why are we so obsessed with Roko? It is irritating now. They have come, now they will go. Cricket will stay as it is. We're not talking about obsession with Rohit and Kohli. We're talking about brand power. We're talking about how they are keeping a whole format relevant in a country, which is a big thing. As superstars of the game, we are talking about its effect. It's a sort of a study, let's say. But if there are anyone who's obsessed with Rohit and Kohli, fans definitely are, and we see that. Web of Tarag is saying that's why Red Ball is not superstars dependent. Despite Roko retirement, it's booming as usual. Best format. Absolutely. I think, as Bharat was also speaking about attention span and all of that, I think we are all guilty of scrolling on our phones for too long, on watching reels, watching whatever. But when it comes to Test cricket, it has so much power that it keeps us glued to the TV 5 days straight, and that's what it is. Be it Sachin Tendulkar, be it Rahul Dravid, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, stars will come and go, but Test cricket will stay. Yes, Devashish.
I have an update. India won the toss and elected to bowl first.
All right, so now we just wait for the team and then we can close the show. For now, India has won the toss and decided to bowl first. Finally, the toss gods going India's way. We've seen some real brilliant, results. What was that? KL Rahul, how many? 20, if I'm not wrong.
After 2020 toss, we
20,
won that toss
yeah.
last ODI against South Africa.
When he did something
So now
differently,
2 out of 2 now.
Left hand, left hand. He used his left hand.
Yes,
He used his
yes.
left hand. The
But
last time
but
was
what if what if Gargi, if now India go on a 20 toss winning spree? From now on,
Then
if India go on a 20 toss winning spree,
that will be incredible to watch, from extreme failures in the toss to extreme success. Then that will be also a record that India breaks. But I'm just waiting for the team to land up. I don't think it has yet. Just keeping an eye on the BCCI media group. But okay, let's take a couple of comments before the team comes. Anshula is saying, Anshula Bhinav, how does the Indian team maintain the motivation for ODIs in a T20 year? How does it affect the common players across formats? Tomik, would you like to take this or should I answer?
as far as this squad is concerned, there are not too many common players. If you look at it, Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer are the top four, and they are not part of the T20 squad. Down the line, if you look at it, Mohammad Siraj, Prashid Krishna, they are not part of the T20I squad. So there are not many players in this squad, the ODI squad, who would be going to the T20 World Cup or playing the T5 match T20I series against New Zealand. That said, I would have liked the selectors to would pick an ODI squad for this series, sans all the players who would be playing the next 5 match T20I series and the World Cup. You have this is basically this series basically borders on irrelevance. There is nothing to gain. I mean, for the youngsters, if you would have picked a couple of youngsters, they would have gained some experience. So that is the thing. But that is my personal choice. Selectors are the best judge. They are the best judge. Five wise men, they have taken the decision. I have no complaint.
So India
Sorry,
has
I've
gone in with
been
6 bowlers.
sorry.
India has gone in with 6 bowlers. Washi, Kuldeep, and Jadeja are the spinners. And here we
Okay.
come. The team has also come.
Yes.
If you can.
I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will read it out. Here's your team: Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Ravindra Jadeja, Washington Sundar, Harshit Rana, Kuldeep Yadav, Mohammad Siraj, and Prasidh Krishna. So there you have it. There's your team. Six bowlers
You, you,
as
you know, Gargi. Yesterday, I made a grave error when I was giving my team the same team, and it was very predictable. It was no rocket science. The 11th name I kept searching for, and that was Harshit Rana. And that Harshit Rana was not coming to my mind. How can I do? How could I do that cardinal sin? I was after that. I was questioning myself. How could I do that cardinal sin of forgetting the name of none other than Harshit Rana?
But Bharat and Debashish, final couple of questions to you. Shomik will also have to head back now. Mohammad Siraj coming back to the team. Uh,
Yes, Gargi. Before you go to the next panelist, I have to make a long walk back to the venue. So if I may take your leave,
of course, of course.
I will join for mid innings live.
All right. See you then.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay. Bharat, Mohammad Siraj making a comeback will be an important series for him.
Yeah, from his perspective, definitely. I don't think he bowled badly in Australia, though he didn't get the wickets for the kind of deliveries that he bowled in those conditions. Maybe you felt that he could have taken more wickets, but he still didn't bowl badly in those conditions. And he has a good ODI record, so this is his chance because Jasprit Bumrah is not around in this series. Who knows? In a few months' time, Jasprit Bumrah might be injured. You never know what will happen in the future. That is when you will need an attack leader with Mohammad Shami also not getting selected. Then the onus could be on Mohammad Siraj. So that's an important. That is why this is an important series for him. That hopefully he will get some wickets and just show that he can lead the attack. It's also an important series for Harshit Rana and Mr. Prasidh Krishna as well. Though Mr. Prasidh took 4 wickets in the last ODI, as you know, he has a problem with his economy rate because otherwise, if you look at his strike rate, he has the second best strike rate among Indian fast bowlers who have taken at least 30 ODI wickets, and he has a very good average, but his economy rate is at 6.01. So he has a problem with that, and Harshit Rana as well. He's showing some improvement compared to Prasidh in the sense that I saw some defensive lens from him, back of length, slower balls against South Africa. That tells you he's showing some improvement in terms of his defensive bowling. But it is also important for these two bowlers because India would definitely pick the tall pace bowlers for South Africa in the World Cup. That is why they keep giving chances to both Arshit and Prasidh.
Another comeback, Shreyas Iyer coming back after injury will be important series for him as well. He's been phenomenal in ODI cricket, and is one of the important cogs in the wheel for the Indian cricket team as well. It will be important for the Indian team as a whole. It will be important for Shreyas Iyer to now perform well and get back into rhythm. Devashish, your thoughts?
Yeah, talking about important cock, I think that clearly the playing 11 reflected that Arshdeep Singh being rested because he's also a part of the T20 World Cup squad. Clearly, there is some logic. Means until and unless you have a niggle, I think the team management has done it rightly by resting Arshdeep Singh for this game because no point means giving Arshdeep to play in this. So I think that's a fair call. I would say means giving opportunity to both Harshit Rana, Prasidh Krishna and also Mohammad Siraj. But talking about Shreyas Iyer, big moment for Shreyas Iyer. He has been amongst runs coming back after a long layoff after that injury that he suffered in Australia in the third ODI in Sydney. And then those two back-to-back 50s for Mumbai in the Vijay Hazare Trophy. So that would set him up. So I think, and let's hope that he goes on. And you all know what a player he has been, averaging almost close to 50. He has been a brilliant player for India at number 4, and I think with Shreyas Iyer coming good in if it score some runs, that will do his confidence a world of good and also for the team as well.
On that note, we'll take your leave. We'll be back during the mid innings, so don't forget to join us back. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Bharat, Debashish, and Shomik, and to everyone who's watching. Don't